Today is the last day of week 1 and the start of week 2 for Fit by 25. I kind of ate like garbage this last week a few times, but I mostly followed the Food Addicts Anonymous guidelines for dieting. Um, I ate a lot of salads with a lot of beans. I If I had pasta, I had wheat-free pasta, which the Food Addicts Anonymous say not to do. They say to avoid all flour products, even if they're not actually wheat flour, but I think that's kind of goofy. So I did that. I didn't have bread with any meals, but if I went to like an event that had pizza or something, then I would have that. But for the most part, I did pretty well. Definitely better than the week before. So yeah, I got some new exercise equipment to do the calisthenics that I want to do, but I never actually ended up using them because they were kind of bulky and not quite what I expected. So I still need to figure out how to use those. But I did do a really intense, like hour and a half long HIIT workout a few days ago. That's left me pretty tender until today. I'm still sore today. But yeah, so I'm going to do measurements now. Okay, so my neck is 15.75 about. Okay, just about 41 on the dot for my waist. And 42, what is this? 42, it's a hair between 42 and a half and 42.75, so we'll call it 42 and 2/3. Okay, let's compare that to last week. Okay, so my neck measurement last week was 16 inches, and this week it's 15 and 3/4, so it went down a little bit. My waist last week was 41 and 3/4, and now it's 41, so that's pretty substantial. Honestly, I feel like it was probably a lot of bloating from eating garbage from the holidays. That's probably most of what I'll be seeing here is that. Just because I haven't been eating that much dairy or wheat or anything like that, aside from those few days that I had pizza. Um, and my waist, or sorry, my hip measurement last week was 43 and 3/4, and this week it's 42 and 3/4, or sorry, it's 42 and 2/3. So it's gone down by over an inch. Um, but my hip to waist ratio actually went up a little bit. I believe last week it was something like 0.95, and this week it's 0.96094. So it went up a little bit. I won't show any sort of graphical figure this week because I just have 2 data points. So I'm going to get a line, and that's not super interesting. But I will be showing that next week starting. And my plans for this week, I'm going to still follow the FAA's guidelines for eating for the most part, with an exception for Friday dinner and most of Saturday because that's time with family. But aside from that, I won't be eating breakfast, and my lunches will consist of salads with apple, a good vinaigrette, and some sort of protein like beans or tempeh. And then dinner is going to be probably something like tortilla soup and spaghetti. But the tortilla soup, I won't have the tortilla, I'll just have the soup. And the spaghetti will be a wheat-free pasta. And I'm probably going to have some sort of Beyond Beef as the protein for that. The tortilla soup is a bean tortilla soup, so it has black beans, red beans, navy beans, and chickpeas. So it's got a pretty decent amount of protein in it. Okay, thank you.